Welcome to the Stoughton Godfather Show. I'm your host, Peter Ventresco, and my two special guests here is Paula Winskowitz.
Winskowitz.
Okay.
Close enough.
She's the chairman of the Stoughton Lions. And to her right is Walter Parsley, well-known realtor in Stoughton, probably the oldest realtor in Stoughton. But we're all here to talk about the Lions, what they do, and mostly the golf tournament they do every year to raise money. So I'll start off with the first question is, how many years have the Stoughton Lions been doing the golf tournament?
That's a question for you, Walter.
Well, I'll answer that then, Madam Chairman. Well, to my knowledge, back when the late Eddie Hoffman was a Lion, he started golf tournaments, and I believe it was the 70s and early 80s. And then we laid off for a while, and we reinstated the golf tournament about 10 years ago because we did the Lions tournament, and then we teamed up with the Sons of Italy with Mike Sumaco, and then we did our own tournaments. So it's, I think, right around 10 years.
That's good. All right, so how much money do the Lions raise from the golf tournament, give or take, roughly?
Well, every year gets a little better, but we want to get even more. Last year was about $7,700, I believe.
Yeah, it's our biggest fundraiser for the year. So, yeah, we hope for a little more each year.
Well, that's right. That's right. All right, so what do the Lions do with the money from the golf tournaments?
Well, 100% of monies raised by the Lions Club are donated to various projects. Eye research being one, and it's popular. And you can rest assured that some money will be sent to Texas and some of the disaster areas that Lions International raises funds and sends to these needy areas. So we're not sure at this point where the money's going to go for this tournament, but I am sure some will go for eye research and other Lions charities, 100%.
And we definitely do a lot locally as far as charitable donations to various places. We've supported the food bank, local families from Stoughton that have had, crises or catastrophes in their lives, fires and unexpected deaths and that type of thing. We always try to help out our own community as well. So it's a global thing, a national thing, but it's also a very local thing for the town of Stoughton.
Peter, would you want us to read this letter, Paula? This is a letter that we...
Oh, yeah, so this kind of outlines, what a lot of our donations go to. And this is the letter we send to potential donors.
Well, you're going to answer a lot of these questions I got coming up.
Yeah, so the Stoughton Lions Club is a member of the International Association of Lions Clubs, which is the largest service organization in the world. It's part of Massachusetts District 33K, chartered in 1950. Since that time, we've raised substantial amounts of fundraising dollars to help others in need. Some of our local causes include donations to our fire and police departments, food pantry, youth sports, scholarships for seniors, elderly programs, fire victims, blood drives, eye-mobile visits, vision and hearing impaired assistance, and many more. Do you want me to go into the international part of it?
You're going to answer 10 of my questions with that one letter.
All right, I'll just keep it for reference.
That summarizes what we do, where the money goes.
All right, the other question is, what do players in the tournament receive for playing? Well, they buy a ticket, they play in the tournament.
They get a nice meal from Joe and
that's what I'm
Gina.
saying. Yeah, elaborate on the meal, whatever else.
They get a meal. We usually give them some type of bag with like a snack, and we might do we normally do hot dogs on the turn and stuff like that, and there's prize money available.
We don't do the hot dogs on the turn like some of them, but we should. Maybe we will in the future.
What was that? I missed that. What were we going to do?
Some of the tournaments, like the Randolph Lions Club just had a tournament at Wampatuck in Canton. And at the turn, after the ninth hole,
9 holes.
they offered everyone a hot dog. I mean, a hot dog. It was a big one. And then we had prime rib afterwards. So that was a great take, too. The Lions Club support other Lions Clubs. So that was one thing. But as far as little trinkets or gifts, mementos, one year we gave hats.
Yeah.
This would be good for your new haircut, Peter. I know he just got one. And last year we gave brushes
Yeah.
to clean your face of your club to get the dirt off and so forth. People are raving about it even now because they love it.
Yeah.
It's a small item with 2 brushes, a wire brush and then a regular brush, and keep the faces of your clubs clean. And
Yep, and then the year
they
before
work
we did
better.
the hat clips that had the little ball marker on them, which were awesome.
Very popular.
Yeah, those are great because you can keep it right on your hat, and it's got a little magnet on it. So whenever you need a ball marker, you can just take it off your hat and stick it on the green, which is very convenient and helpful. And it had the little lion symbol on it. So
We have to talk to Lester Davis to see what we're doing, giving away this year.
right,
Lester
right.
usually picks something out.
All right. As Lions, it would be nice to have more players in the tournament. How do we accomplish this?
Well, we have, let's see, last year we had 10 foursomes, so we had 40 people. The most we can have is 48 because we only have
so
12.
we're restricted.
We only have 12 carts, 2 per cart. So to me, we're close to maximum right now. So we don't expect to be undersold. We'll
So
get
when
a
you
lot
say
of players.
maximum, you mean because of the size of the course or because you don't have enough carts?
Carts. Some
yeah.
people are willing to walk, but we
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
The fee includes
Yeah.
a cart.
Right.
Well, it seems to me that maybe you should get more people that want to walk and at least get more players into the game. I mean,
Some people
Yeah, we can
volunteer
try.
to walk.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, you don't want to be, there's different holes that we start 2 teams on, like an A team and a B team, and you certainly don't want to do that through the whole entire course because then it's going to take a much longer time for everybody to finish.
That's
so.
true. To your point, Peter, it's a 9-hole course, so
Yeah,
it gets a little
yeah.
crowded.
yeah. All right. Lions help the community. How?
I pretty much answered that. When I
Refer to this.
You're cutting the show in half with that one letter.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have a monthly meeting and we bring it up every meeting. If there's something that's happened locally that we feel, someone needs our support, then we take a vote and we generally make donations to families that are in need in our own town, which I know to a lot of the Lions in Stoughton, and that's a very important part of being part of the Lions Club is the community-based support that we give. So yeah, I can read the middle. The International Association of Lions Clubs was established in 1917, by Chicago insurance broker Melvin Jones to foster a spirit of generous consideration among people of the world. Since then, countless dollars have been spread throughout the world to assist in humanitarian efforts, including natural disasters, hunger, eye research, and other health-related issues, as well as many other worthy causes. In 1925, Helen Keller, who was both deaf and blind, challenged the Lions to be Knights of the Blind. The Lions accepted that challenge, and the result led to a reduction of baby blindness and sight restoration for many people because of eye research. So I'm trying to think back to last year. Where was it? North Carolina that had the big storm? Or
Yes,
South Carolina?
correct, yeah.
We pooled together. We sent a bunch of... we all pooled money, but we also sent a lot of products and things that were actually necessary. And that's where the bigger, not just the Stoughton Lions, but maybe the whole district came together, and they had people drive trucks down there and deliver supplies and stuff that were needed down there during that catastrophe. And I'm sure the same thing with all the Texas floodings.
For sure.
The same type of effort will be put forward.
Okay. I think you answered this question too. Outside the golf tournament, what else do the Stoughton Lions do?
So the golf tournament, I would say, is like our biggest fundraiser, but we try to come up with different ideas during the year to support the community, to have people come out and be able to donate so we can continue with our effort. We offer we have a pancake breakfast every year. They charge you a little bit of money, but all those funds, again, go back to the community and back to the Lions efforts. And then I know this fall we're going to try to come up with a fundraiser. We're thinking maybe a trivia night, which we've done in the past that's been successful and very fun and kind of a fun way to get out on a Friday night. And then we do free events too. We do Cookies with Santa every year, and that's on the Lions Club. So we usually rent out a venue, and we have Santa come, and a lot of the kids from Stoughton come along, and they do crafts, and they have cookies, and they have hot chocolate, and that's always a fun little thing that we finance that through the Lions Club as well.
Lions paid for special eyewear for his Stoughton residents so he could see. You remember that? You want to elaborate on that? Because when he got the glasses, I missed that that meeting.
Well, first of all, Doris and Frank Fenton, who were Lions previously, and they were at the 75th anniversary.
Yeah.
And they created, depository for used eyeglasses. Mm-hmm. It's at the post office, and you may have noticed a white mailbox. I think the late Jerry Capozzoli painted it.
That's right.
And that's been a godsend for a lot of people.
His two brothers did. They did that after Jerry passed.
Oh, Jack and Gary?
Yeah.
Well, it came out good. But every once in a while, I think mail was deposited in there for some reason. but mostly eyeglasses. So it's still in effect, and it was a great idea, and it's working even up to today. And then there are certain cases that you said, Peter. People have these machines that they can't read or see too well, but these machines magnify everything in front of them. It just work amazingly. And I've seen them, but they're kind of cumbersome. But
I thought Eddie told me he put it on his head.
There's other kinds, yes.
And he was surprised.
It's
Smile
amazing.
came to his face.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think last year we had a Stoughton resident come forward and couldn't afford glasses and couldn't afford her eye exam, so we funded that whole entire thing, and she was over the moon happy after that, it's really nice to not be able to see and then not be able to afford what you need to be able to see just puts people in such a bad position. Yeah. So, I think the message is that, if someone in the town has a need for an eye exam or glasses, that we're always available and, willing to help anybody in our own community that needs that type of assistance.
Okay. The Lions also pay for high school graduate scholarships.
We do. So again, a lot of it, we give away, scholarships based on what we are able to afford, number one. We have applicants every year. We have like a committee that specifically goes over the applications and decides, how those funds are going to be distributed. And it's been such a wonderful thing over the years. The kids really look forward to it and benefit from it, definitely.
The late John Pires was chairman of that for many years.
Yes, he was.
Speaking of John Pires, he was, I think, the only Lions in Stoughton that ever received the Melvin Jones, which is the highest
I think
honor.
Dick Lindelof.
Oh, Dick, well, that
he was a
before my
district
time.
governor.
Yeah,
I think he got one.
So that was nice then.
Very
Great.
nice.
He deserved it.
Oh, one in a million, that
both
guy.
of them, yeah.
Definitely.
So we kind of covered eye research. So diabetes research, we do a lot of.
Yeah, that's, again, I think on the national level, a lot of that is done, and we definitely give money toward that every year as part of our fundraising efforts. That some of the money goes toward that, and I know when we've done the iMobile in the past, we've offered free glucose checks for patients that may not have, regular medical care.
Yep.
It's kind of like your first line to be able to say, oh, you potentially may have diabetes just by checking a finger stick and doing a blood glucose level. And I know, speaking from my history, that diabetes a lot of times causes eye issues and sight issues. A diabetic retinopathy is a very common thing in patients that have had diabetes for a long time, which, they a lot of times go very much hand in hand.
You sound like a nurse.
Yeah, she does.
I do. It's only been 30 years.
Also, the Lions have a bloodmobile that they can bring to town, and people can have their blood tested and stuff like that, blood pressure.
So that's iMobile is what we usually have.
No,
and
we did have the bloodmobile before.
yeah, I think that's through the American Red Cross. You can
I thought it
do
was through
that.
us. Okay.
No, I know that they did that at Cedar Hill. They had a blood drive on a specific day through the Red Cross. The one we have is the iMobile, but we do blood pressure checks. They have usually like optometry and ophthalmology students that come out and volunteer and do, very, very standard eye exams, nothing too, nothing too in-depth, but at least something so they could identify whether or not someone needs to go further and have, a complete eye exam.
Right.
That's where we were doing a glucose check. That's where we were doing blood pressure checks as well.
On numerous occasions, they've discovered people that were in the beginning stages. So
Yeah,
they
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
caught it early.
Yep. Okay, so the next question I have is Stoughton Lions sponsor summer music concert at Halloween Park.
So yeah, that's been an ongoing thing, usually in conjunction with the rec department, I believe.
Right.
The Lions usually gets a grant through, I can't remember exactly where, but that funds a lot of these concerts, and then whatever they don't fund, we make up for. And it's usually every Thursday I think it's usually 6 weeks in the summer. I think for the month of July, they start at, I think they're 5:30 to 7:30, but we always post on social media. We post on Facebook who's going to be there that week. I know the schedule went out initially. We had to cancel last Thursday, unfortunately, because of the weather. But that's going to be rescheduled for sometime in August. So a lot of local bands and then a lot of favorites. And then we have our own Jack Rake, who's part of the Standards, him and his band will be playing 1 week. So a lot of people look forward to that every year. It's a nice free event. You can come and bring your chairs, bring your dinner if you want, and just sit and relax and listen to some good music.
Yeah, you might remember Jack, he's also Santa Claus.
Maybe some kids are watching it, which I don't think so. Anyways. All right. The Lions are a non-profit organization. We give all the money raised back to the community. Want to say anything about that? Or?
Check. No, I think we're very transparent. I know I can't speak for everybody, but our Lions Club is very transparent. Every dollar we bring in goes out back into the community and back to the national level efforts and the local level efforts for the state of Massachusetts and then across the United States. Internationally, if need be. I know we've given money to international efforts as well. So.
Well, a 50c3 corporation.
Yeah, 501c3. Yeah, so.
501c3 and tax deductible.
Exactly.
And that's what we tell our sponsors.
Absolutely.
Anyone who wants to donate to a golf tournament,
Yep.
it's a tax deduction.
It's a
For
tax
example,
deduction.
That's
Yep.
we
right.
have, Peter,
Go ahead.
we have some sponsors, gold sponsors, and we have silver sponsors. The gold are $1,000 and the silver $500. We're still awaiting for a volunteer corporation or individual, whomever, for the platinum sponsorship, which is $2,500. Each of these sponsorships include some free play, like a foursome with a platinum. Mm-hmm. So if there's anyone out there that wants to sponsor our golf tournament, platinum sponsor, $2,500, you get 4 players.
Well, put a plug for the highest one we got there.
The highest one? Oh, wow. You know what it's like to get sponsors because you're local. What, local 4?
Local 4 out of Boston.
And you've been getting them for several years, $1,000. That's rather nice.
It's wonderful.
They've been very supportive.
Jeez, I
appreciate
better
that.
send another letter in. I've kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, once a year.
Come on, Peter.
Okay. How many years have the Lions been active in Stoughton? Well, I think we
I
answered
think we
that.
answered that. I
Yeah.
think since 1950. Yeah, we were chartered in 1950. So that's what, 75? Yeah, we had our 75
We just had
year
an anniversary.
That's right.
celebration.
That's
I think
right.
they started up on Grove Street in somebody's house. Carter, I think, one of those boys.
Carter?
Oh,
The funeral
Jimmy
director?
Carter. I'm not sure all the details, but I remember the
that's-
stories of the old timers. Not us, the old timers.
Lions District 33K, which we belong to, gave money directly to the doctor at Mass General Eye Research, so the money stayed in his department. And the doctor himself from the Mass Eye and Ear came out and accepted the check.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, that's what District 33K does, their own little events, and
Yeah.
all the local chapters go in and, we pledge to donate money, and then we give them money, and then it goes to a bigger project, which that kind of speaks volumes. That's wonderful.
When we have a midwinter convention, or even a state convention, the Lions have 5 regions in the state. YANKS, Yanks. And Stoughton is in 33K. And when you go to these meetings or these conventions, all the clubs line up and give donations to the various charities of the Lionism. And that's where you see the doctors come in and give a little talk about where the money's going at their respective hospitals. And it's just so nice to hear all these success stories. One in particular, I'm always reminded of, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. We got plenty of time, Walter.
If you're talking about Lionism, you're talking about eye research donations. Because of what Paula alluded to earlier, Helen Keller challenged the Lions in 1925 at a convention to be Knights of the Blind. And since then, the Lions took up that challenge ever since then. And one of the things that happened, I'm not so sure exactly when, I think in the 50s, there was a lot of baby blindness going on, and it was determined in part by donations from the Lions Club that babies born and placed in an incubator were receiving too much oxygen.
That's right.
And it was because of a 50-cent valve. And once research discovered what the problem was, they cured it, and they solved that kind of baby blindness. Anyway, that was the most wonderful story that one of the doctors told. That made you feel that all the money and the effort you're making, raising money, is being used properly. And that's when you talk about Lionism, the money's being used properly.
The last question I have here. Anyone interested in becoming a member of the Stoughton Lions Club can contact President Darlene Hayner for further information. darlenehayner@gmail.com. Probably should have a phone number there because maybe everybody's not on email.
That's possible.
Anyways, we need members. The more members, the more money we can raise, and it's an effort, you know. And but also we meet twice a month at JB. Was that JB's at the golf?
J&G
at the
Grill.
golf course, and the food is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's always more food than anybody can eat. So whatever left, everybody takes it home. So, and it's a great time, and it's a good time. So we talk a little bit about what the Lions are going to do, what money come in, what money went out, and and after that you just socialize and have a great meal.
We usually get a secretary's report, a treasurer's report, go over new business, old business, just like any standard group does.
We have a 4-point opening.
Yes, we have an opening that we do every time. I have to say, you know, if people are hesitant to join because you think it's this big commitment, it's basically as much as you want out of it, you put into it. You know, the 2 meetings a month, if you can't make a meeting, it's not the end of the world. But, you know, when we have our big events, that's when we like to all come together and work as a team and make sure that things go off successfully so we can be as successful as possible.
Okay, anybody else think of anything they want to add to this?
Yeah, and can we talk
You
specifically
can talk
about
whatever you want to talk about.
our upcoming tournament? It's going to be September 20th. It's on a Saturday. And the cost per golfer is $125. And we talked about that. That includes the meal, the cart, and trinkets and little gifts. There's a lot of Lions participate in getting sponsorships, which is $125 for a sign that goes on each tee box. And then a lot of the girls in particular put these beautiful baskets together for the raffles. We have some nice raffle prizes. So it's a fundraiser. So we try to raise as much money as possible. As Paula mentioned, it's our largest fundraiser of the year. So in effect, the entire club is on the committee.
Right. Whether they like it or not.
Yeah, Paula's chairman, but the whole club is on the committee. And again, what is it? The sponsorships are $125 for the signs, but people that might want to sponsor to a putting contest, they can do that. They can sponsor closest to the pin for women on one hole, the 5th hole at Cedar Hill, and the men's 7th hole at Cedar Hill for the closest to the pin. So there's a lot of things that people can volunteer for. It's just a fun thing. That's why we do it, and we have fun doing it.
Yeah, and I would just add that, if anybody owns a local business and wants to donate a raffle, if you don't feel like you want to sponsor a whole, if you want to donate a raffle item, you can get in touch with any of us at any time. I'm happy to send out a letter if you want to get one. Again, anything you donate is tax deductible. And we always end up with some really great raffle prizes. And if people don't want to play golf, they still have an option to come, right? You can, I think it's $35 for the meal.
That's correct.
So if you want to come up and eat lunch with us, and then you're able to look at the raffle items and maybe buy some raffle tickets for some raffle items, that's also an option.
Again, we still have an opening for the platinum sponsor, $2,500 donation, tax deductible, and that includes a foursome.
Isn't there a cash prize for the best golfers?
Correct.
There is.
Well, it's a prize of $200 for first place, $50 per golfer. Of course, it costs them $125 to play, but they get a meal and all the other things we talked about.
Right. And this superstar here sitting next to me, when did you start taking up golf?
Oh,
Since
my
you joined
goodness.
the Lions, or?
Yeah.
See?
So I was involved in the golf tournament before I started to golf. My husband's been a golfer since he was in his teens. I always kind of thought of it as a thing that he would go out with his buddies and go do without me. And then, we ended up having our third son, and he said, "Oh yes, now I have a foursome." And I was like, "Oh, this isn't really that fair." And then I think when I was part of the tournament, so I would go up there and volunteer, and then go back and we do the raffles and all that kind of stuff. And then it was during COVID, in 2020. I said, you know what, I like doing stuff outside, and that was a time when we were all trying to do stuff outside. So 2020 was when I started. So this will be my 5th year this year.
And somebody in that family of yours got a hole-in-one.
Yes, my youngest son, which really didn't make anybody else in my family happy, got a hole-in-one on the 8th hole, at Cedar Hill.
They should be happy with him.
Yeah, he was 17 years old, so I was there to witness it. It was unbelievable.
Well, Cedar Hill's come a long way. I mean, Victor has done a great job.
Yeah, they did a wonderful job there.
And he continues to do so. I mean, some of the improvements, a lot of good people helping out the cause to help Cedar Hill get them better and better. And it's been fun.
Yeah, it's in such beautiful shape this year, too. So if you haven't gone there this year to golf, I highly recommend it.
Nobody else got any more to add to this?
Oh.
Well, thank you for having us here,
thanks,
Peter,
Peter.
to promote the golf tournament. We're our largest fundraiser.
Well, the only thing I want to say is, for a few years, I collected a lot of money for this organization for the golf tournament. I'm hoping that we can get some business people, contractors, and some of these big stores like IKEA and them to pitch in and help us and give us a good donation
That'd be
to
phenomenal.
help our cause.
Yep, we'd appreciate every bit of help we can get, definitely.
All right, so that being said, good night all.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.